If I have 10 employees, and they make $45 an hour, and work a 40-hour week, then I've got $18,000 in salary costs. If I've got to pay them $18,000, but for a 32-hour week, that's a 20% increase, and if I've got to still keep my doors open for 40 hours, I've got to hire 10 people who are going to work an 8-hour week. No one is going to want that 1-day-a-week job. So the alternative is that I cut people's hours to 20 hours a week and make them part-time. Then I've got 2 sets of 10 people working 20 hours a week each, and since they're part-time I also save on insurance since I'm no longer required to provide that. Even if their pay per hour goes up 20%, I'll probably still save money. The real result will be people working 2 20-hour-a-week jobs and still not having insurance.
If you're in sales, that's not a great strategy. A sale you might have made on a Friday you were closed might go to a competitor that's open. That's not ideal for building a successful business. I mean, you could just as well say that about any service business, store, restaurant, ice cream shop, or any business in a mall. You could add an employees and stagger their schedule. Communist needs to be illegal. We need to stand for freedom. Right now I do okay working 50 hours a week. If I can maintain that schedule I will have my car paid off, a small loan paid off, and my CC paid off by next year. Plus I can survive a rent increase which we all know will always be at least 5%. If I work a 32-hour work week, I'm completely screwed. I will have to move into a place with multiple roommates, probably get rid of the dog, 0 extracurricular activities. If I go to a shorter work week, then the US needs to make every company adjust their prices to a 32-hour work week. Lower insurance, lower grocery prices, cheaper fuel, cheaper rent, etc., etc. War is peace, freedom is slavery, and ignorance is strength. Guess what I am doing if this passes? I am a boss of many employees. I am firing everyone and replacing them with AI. Period. I will end as many jobs as I can in the economy before I let communists tell me what to do. I'll hire everyone you fire, +1. Your business, your hours. Why keep a business 40 hours open if it's not convenient? Just have your open hours match your employees' hours. You know the employees don't have to all work the same days of the week, right? If I have 10 employees, I can give 2 of them Monday off, 2 have Tuesday off, and so on. And according to basically every experiment done with a 4-day work week done in real companies, the revenue went up. So you would be paying people the same amount as before and have less people in the company at a time, but those 8 people would be getting more shit done than 10 people did before. That's not even considering that not every company needs to be open for a certain amount of time. Sure, McDonald's needs to be open a certain amount of hours, but that's not true for software companies, financial companies, and generally anything in research and development of new products. What if you need 10 employees on duty to maintain operations during any given shift? The whole point of the bill is that as technology advances we need less people to do the same job because of stuff like self-checkout machines, AI, and better tools in general. And for all this time when such advancements happened, the employer just got to fire some people and keep all the profit, so the goal is to share the benefits of technology with the people working too. Now go roof a building, change a transmission, frame a house, hang sheetrock, tile a bathroom, work shifts as a nurse, or in an ER, or anything else that requires manual interaction and skills. Self-checkout machines were an inevitable. No store can pay a bunch of people $15 an hour to scan a bar code without having higher prices. All of the work you just talked about was made more efficient with technology in the past decades. Ever heard of power tools? Yes, but that efficiency meant more work could be done in the same time. Now you're reducing the current workload time by 20% but still keeping the same cost level. Past efficiency gains have already been factored into current cost, profit, and return levels. They haven't been fractured for the workers, just the owners. Again, that's the whole point. without regulations everyone who isn't the boss gets fucked. And when the profit level is less than can be gained from employing capital somewhere else, then what? I would think some workplaces will be the first movers, then it may slowly happen from there. Nurses and healthcare workers on a 12-hour continental swing shift are the ideal fit. Especially if you can cap the wage and have it as incentive to get more in the profession. Now this won't work unless we get higher productivity. If we see more workplaces automate heavily, it would be logical to consider adopting 32-work week. The other way, big employers use 32 hours as a benefit, not as an entitlement. You have to hit your productivity goal or you have to work the extra 8 hours. In terms of your case, I would imagine if it were to ever slowly be adopted, several workplaces would be last to. I will go psychotic if I cannot work 5 days a week.